up, y'all? This is Devin with Up TV, aka the Dot Connector, and in today's video I really want to talk to you guys about the truth about Rick Ross. Now, some people say Rick Ross is a Christian, other people say that Rick Ross is a Freemason, some people say that he's a part of the Illuminati, that he worships the devil, that he's satanic. There's actually a clip of a model on this video who claims that she went to a video shoot of Rick Ross where he had them chanting 666. Now, a lot of people wonder, why is this important? I feel like this is personally important because a lot of people worship these celebrities. A lot of people get into idol worship. So in today's video, I'm really going to break down the truth about Rick Ross. We're going to expose everything in this documentary. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I really enjoy making these documentaries for you guys. If you guys haven't seen my one about Stephen King's movie It, I suggest you go check that one out. Also, I did one about human cloning, so please go check that out as well. So I'm just going to shut up, let y'all get into this documentary. I really hope you guys enjoy it. This is Devin with Up TV, and I'll holla at y'all later. Peace.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
At my signal, unleash hell.
What up, y'all? You're now watching Up TV, and in today's video, I'm gonna give y'all the truth about the rapper known as Rick Ross. Rick Ross is a successful entrepreneur who has managed to stay on top of the hip-hop charts for years. MTV even named Ross as the hottest MC in the game. But is there something more dark and sinister behind the big boss? Many people believe that Rick Ross may actually be an Illuminati Freemason, and with great reason. Follow me as we take a deeper look into the life of the Teflon Don.
Are you a Mason?
No.
Today on Mysteries of the Universe, we will finally discover if Rick Ross is a God-fearing Christian man like he claims to be, or a member of a devil-worshipping secret society cult known as the Illuminati. My name is Devin Worlds, and this is Deeper Than Rap. This is Rick Ross. No, not the rapper, but the real Rick Ross, also known as Freeway Rick Ross. This Rick Ross is an American author and convicted drug trafficker, best known for the drug empire he established in Los Angeles in the early to mid 1980s. He was sentenced to life in prison, though the sentence was shortened on appeal, and Ross was released in 2009. But what does this Rick Ross have to do with the rapper Rick Ross? Well, apparently everything. Freeway Rick Ross claims that this man, William Roberts II, stole not only his name, but his whole image and life story when he became the rapper we know as simply just Rick Ross. Coincidentally, in 2009, the same year Freeway Rick Ross was released from prison, the rapper Rick Ross also in 2009 founded the record label Maybach Music Group. Freeway Rick Ross claims he spoke to the rapper Rick Ross when he was still locked up. Allegedly, he spoke to the rapper about getting compensated for the rapper stealing his identity, in which he claims the rapper happily agreed at the time.
Well, basically, he did the same thing with the GDs that he did to me. You know, it's just been recently a video that just surfaced where the guy was saying when I was in prison, he's confirming what I said, that we were talking and that we were supposed to have cut a deal so that I received something for my name, for him using my name. But he reneged on the deal.
But Freeway Rick Ross wasn't the only one who was upset with the popular rapper. GD folks, a huge street gang, wanted to get a hold of the rapper. Many GDs across the US put out YouTube videos threatening Rick Ross.
Yeah, what's poppin'? You know what I'm saying? We in a mile high city, 5280, you know what I'm saying? Mile high in the sky, you know what I'm saying? This straight to Rick Ross, first and foremost. Larry Hoover and Lil Larry ain't got nothing to do with this, you know what I'm saying? There's gangsters from all over coming on the court. We coming right back at you, you know what I'm saying? This is Snowtown, you feel me? Rick, you know what you did. Bitch ass nigga, come out to this mile high, get buried in the mountains, nigga, real shit.
D-Cypher!
Niggas ain't playing with you, boy, you know what I'm saying? Nigga give a fuck about your money. You judge a man by his principles, ain't that what you said, nigga? And that's exactly what we doing. We try to come at you cool, now you gotta deal with the mob, bitch ass nigga. Love.
You an enemy of the folks.
You are an enemy of the folks, Officer Ricky.
We coming to see you, nigga. In this 303, nigga, you gonna get dealt with, nigga. On the boss. On the boss, punk
Make that
boss.
killer, you understand me?
You not here.
Meek Mill,
You not
Wale,
here.
it's nothing personal, but get your boss, you know what I'm saying? Because he get y'all in a lot of
Nigga,
trouble.
we gonna beat your niggas. Y'all niggas come, nigga. Y'all niggas come, nigga. We gonna be in your ass, boy. Nigga, to the
Come on, off with your head, nigga, bitch, nigga.
Niggas ain't playing with
You
you,
are
boy.
fucking with a nation. That's the thing you don't understand. You ain't dealing with a block, nigga. You dealing with a nation.
Nigga.
Disable!
In 2012, Rick Ross canceled his Maybach Music Group tour, but claimed it had nothing to do with the threats he received from the Gangster Disciples.
And never was it due to any threats.
I was just about to say, because you know, we hear.
Let me cut, not to cut you off, but let me explain something to you. You know, I'm a certified man. I am a real boss, and this is something that everybody need to understand. Gangsters move in silence.
Not long after this interview, Rick Ross was the victim of a drive-by shooting. It was reported that a car pulled up next to his Rolls Royce and opened fire, which caused the rapper to crash into the side of a building.
A shootout ended in a car crash early Monday morning. A Rolls Royce smashed right into a fence, and witnesses say a famous South Florida rapper was behind the wheel.
Apparently somebody was chasing them.
Beth Balk lives in apartment 1 and heard the car slam right into the fence outside.
It was just a giant kaboom. Rocked me off the bed and ran to the front door.
She says the rapper and a female passenger were dazed.
Very shaken up. Very shaken up. You don't expect to hit a building or to be shot at, I suppose.
They had reason to be shaken. Police say someone was shooting at them as they drove down Las Olas Boulevard. Bullets flew into storefront and restaurant windows. The Floridian restaurant is open 24 hours, and this employee was outside. He heard the shots and saw the crash.
Just pop, pop, pop. Didn't really count. Didn't really happen real quick. It was just squealing his tires, and like I said, just I saw him go by and ran right into the building there.
No one was hurt and the shooter took off. Now business owners, customers, and employees are wondering if they'll come back.
I think they should be caught. Hopefully they catch them.
No, I've never seen anything like this happen. Nothing like this. It's quiet on Las Olas.
Normally it is. Well, Rick Ross has had some recent trouble with violence. He canceled a pair of concerts in North Carolina because of gang threats. And last February, a man was shot and killed at a home that he owns in Miami Gardens. There's no word, though, if this shooting is related. Police are now out here.
GDs were upset because Rick Ross used their symbol on his project titled The Black Bar Mitzvah. Also, in a song called BMF, Rick Ross is quoted saying he thinks he's Larry Hoover. Hoover just happens to be the co-founder of the Gangster Disciples, and many GDs feel like Rick Ross needs to pay up. But Rick Ross didn't only steal from Freeway Rick Ross and the Gangster Disciples, he may also be guilty of stealing from a secret society known as the Freemasons.
I want to say to the brothers behind me and to the brothers out there in the YouTube world, you know what I'm saying, from Freedom Lodge #1, Grandmaster Aten Ray, you know, we pay homage to all the Grandmasters of 4-letter and 3-letter, and we stand in solidarity by saying that Rick Ross, William Wallace, is not in the order of Masonry, nor is he recorded to be a brother in any Masonic lodge, 4-letter or 3-letter wise. So we understand some brothers from the Gangster Disciples got a problem with the fake Ross being an Illuminati or Masonry. Let's just get the understanding. If he's not even a Mason, he can't be in the Illuminati. So before any of us can say anything about Illuminati or Masonry, you have to know about that. But if he's not a Mason, he can't be in the Illuminati. The same way if you're not if you're a Skull and Bones, you got to go through Masonry. So we just like to say in solidarity to the Gangster Disciples that no, Rick Ross is not a Mason. So we just want to say that to y'all, handle your business. I asked him personally on the red carpet at the BET Awards in 2011, was he a Mason? People out here want to know on the song Freemason, was that a Masonic song for the brothers out here?
It was just a record that was for people who understood it, you know what I'm saying, and love music at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Are you a Mason?
You know, No.
Okay, thank you. It's your boy L.A. Nash. Don't forget it. And he said no. I asked him, I had light on. I asked him in a low tone, really softly, and I gave him every chance to come correct. So just want to announce that he did us the same way he's done y'all. He took our organization, shuck it up, and did some COINTELPRO stuff. And what he's doing now is pitting organizations against organizations. And it just so happens that the GDs, the gangster disciples, wasn't gonna have that. Now, a few of our brothers are more passive and we kind of give a chance to things like this. But now we got the facts to know that he is an imposter, he's a fake, and he's a false prophet. And it is written that false prophets will come and try to deceive the people to go against each other. And believe me, what Rick Ross is doing is deceiving you. So we stand in solidarity to say, again, that Rick Ross, William Wallace, is not no Mason. And if he's not a Mason, he cannot be in the Illuminati. That's all I got to say. Mason night out. So Motive B.
So Motive B.
Peace.
Executive produced by Wale, a.k.a. Young Ralph Forlorn St. Laurent. Y'all know that's my new alias I just gave Wallace, so hit him up. Let him know. Y'all know about it. Because then y'all in that secret.
Like, man, I was so proud the first time I heard a nigga told me I was Illuminati. I swear to fucking God, I wanted to drink champagne and roll up some weed, and I finally made it, bitch. I'm above you stupid motherfuckers. If I knew the Illuminati was gonna pull up to my fucking house and zap niggas and you walk out to 100 million, sign me up. I'm all with it.
That's thankful. Even with the Freemasons claiming that the rapper Rick Ross isn't a Mason, most people still aren't convinced because not all Masons are created equal. Most Freemason lodges consist of people who believe in a supreme being that either follow the Bible, the Quran, or the Torah. If you were to walk into one of these lodges, most of the time they have a holy book on the altar. But there are Masons who exist that don't believe in any supreme being. These Masons are not recognized by any regular Grand Lodge. These Masons are also not recognized by Prince Hall Masons or International Masons. But most conspiracy theorists don't care what type of Mason you are. They claim that the whole secret society is deeply rooted in satanic rituals and practices, and the average Mason doesn't even learn the full truth until they become a 33rd degree Mason or even what is known as a Shriner. Look at how this Freemason Shriner speaks so casually about Lucifer.
Lucifer, what is your problem?
Just that, sir.
Okay.
I'm a Christian, sir.
I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say anything bad about me?
Sir, you need to be born again.
I am born again.
Now, did you just say that you were Lucifer?
I am Lucifer.
Okay, define Lucifer for me.
Pure, virtuous, wholesome, innocent individual that's out to help people.
Lucifer is?
Yeah.
Say that again. Lucifer is a pure, holy...
Virtuous.
Virtuous. Now, is he the Lucifer that God created?
That's the same one.
Oh, man, this is great. I'm going to put this on the internet.
Oh,
Amen.
God bless you,
Amen.
brother.
Because that's exactly what the Shriners and Masons teach, is that Lucifer is light.
No.
And you're
What about
confirming
those hospitals?
You know what, sir? Jesus said, many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, we did not do these good deeds in your name. And you'll say, away from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you.
Jesus said it?
In Matthew chapter 5.
Mercy.
No.
That's hard to believe.
So you're a Christian and you don't know that? Actually.
No, I really am.
You are.
Because I'm pure and virtuous.
You're pure and virtuous, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In other words, you're perfect without Jesus, right?
No.
Okay, tell me about Jesus. Who is Jesus?
Well, he's my leader.
Is he the Son of God?
Yes, he is.
Is he the only worshipful master?
Yes.
Have you ever been called worshipful master?
No, because I've just been too busy. I've been working.
Working?
Been working to help people.
What
like
kind
you.
of work? Okay.
Get out of here.
See, this is what a Mason confesses, is that Lucifer is light. You heard it?
With all the conspiracy surrounding the Masons, you would think that nobody in the industry or in Hollywood would want to associate themselves with an organization like the Masons. But the rapper Rick Ross does just this when he created a song called Freemason, which featured one of the most successful rappers of all time that people really believe is a Mason, Jay-Z. Here on Up TV, we did a similar documentary about Jay-Z that breaks down his ties to the Masons and how he built his satanic legacy in the music industry. On this song, Jay-Z does the unexpected when he uses this song as an opportunity to deny rumors of him being a Mason. But the rapper Rick Ross does the total opposite. His verses actually would make you believe that he is a Mason, or at least make you believe that he holds a lot of knowledge about the secret society. Check out this clip by the vigilant Christian Mario as he breaks down some of the lyrics of this song.
So, the next part that is going to give us proof about this is by analyzing the song called Freemason. Now, the reason that they wrote this song is because of the accusations, okay? So, because of people like me and the Forerunner on YouTube making videos like this, exposing them, they've been asked in interviews if they are Illuminati, and of course they've denied it, and they've even went and wrote a song about it. Now, some people are so naive thinking that, okay, well, they were asked in an interview if they were Illuminati, and they said no. Oh, well, they're not. Okay, well, and listen, it's a secret society, okay? If you're in a secret club and you talk about the secret club, you're not going to be in the club no more, and that's how this thing operates, okay? It's a secret society. So them going out in these interviews and talking and saying they're not Freemason doesn't mean anything. They're just upholding their oath of secrecy that they have taken in the Brotherhood, okay? So now like I said, they released this song Freemason, okay, to shove it in your face, basically laughing at you again, which is a common thing that they love to do because they think they're so much superior than us and they have such a higher knowledge and wisdom and understanding than we do. So it's always about laughing in your face and showing you, playing in your face to kind of disrespect you, kind of showing you that you're not intelligent enough to get these things. So they write a song called Freemason. So let's analyze it. I'm going to go through a few lyrics here, and you're going to see that in this song, that is a song that is supposed to go out to tell the public that they're not, he's actually telling you that he is in this song. Okay? So in today's video, I'm just going to analyze Rick Ross section. In my future video that I'm going to do for Jay-Z Part 2, I'm going to go ahead and analyze the Jay-Z section. But let's get into it. So Rick Ross says, "This is for my soldiers that see the sun at midnight." Okay, so what is he talking about? See the sun at midnight. How can you see the sun at midnight? Now, physically, that's not possible. Now, you need to understand what Freemasonry and the mystery schools and the advanced secret knowledge that these people have is all about. Okay, what they worship and study and have acquired as knowledge is all this ancient pagan Egyptian knowledge and wisdom, okay, and they're worshippers of the sun god, okay, and Lucifer is able to deceive them, okay, because he is the light that can appear at midnight, okay, so they've fallen into a false type of worship, okay. So the first line, he literally said, "This is for my soldiers," okay, so this is for my illuminated ones, my ones that can see in the night, the ones that the darkness is the light to them, that are illuminated by the sun god and the false system of Babylonian worship, okay. Then he goes on to say, "We the lost symbols speak in cryptic codes," okay. Now, we the lost symbols actually comes from the Dan Brown novel. Now, this is obviously Illuminati propaganda. As you can see on the cover here, you basically see the pyramid with the eye shaped out in there. And basically this was to confuse the public all about secret societies and just to perpetuate this mass confusion in society, so that, you know, when you research stuff like this, you would just find this fictional stuff to kind of deviate you, right? So we the lost symbols, he says, okay, and the lost symbols is all about the secret society. So he's telling you, we're these secret societies, all right? We speak in cryptic code, Okay, and what does he mean by that? We speak in cryptic code. Well, essentially, that's what Freemasons do. That's why they use symbols. That's why I'm showing you the symbols and what they mean here. And it's basically like having their own language, okay? So they speak to each other in cryptic code, because if you don't understand the symbolism, you're not going to understand their language, all right? And they know the symbolism, and they study the symbolism, so now they can pick it up and they can communicate with their language of symbols to other Masons all across the world out there in plain sight, and no one's going to understand this, okay? Because it's a secret language. It's a cryptic code, all right? It's a secret language. That is the whole reason that they use symbols, is to have this secret power over people, essentially. All right. Then the next one, it says, ancient wisdom valuable like gifts of gold. Now, if you understand the mystery schools and Freemasons, and what that means is essentially that's what they have. Okay, the reason that they have this occult knowledge, the reason that they claim to have this secret knowledge is because of that. They believe that it's ancient stuff, and that humanity is going to eventually retrieve this knowledge and come to the full knowledge of what they have. But that right now we're not open to it, and essentially, so just the fact that he's saying ancient wisdom valuable like gifts of gold shows you again another Freemason association. And then he says, I embark on my on life, my path is all math. Okay, so what does he mean, my path is all math? Well, again, you have to understand how these satanic cults work. We just heard him talk about ancient wisdom. Well, what is one of the forms of wisdom that they have? They have a different form of math that we don't understand, okay? It's an advanced form of mathematics. So that's why he says, my path is all math. And to prove to you that Freemasons and these secret societies essentially have this mathematical advanced knowledge, I'm going to play a clip here from, I think it's Daffy Duck. It's a Disney movie, and you're actually going to see that they're going to show you, there's going to be full of occult symbols, and they're going to talk about this form of mathematics, okay, this ancient form of knowledge, okay, and that's why he's talking about his path being all math, okay, because in the Freemason secret society cults that he's in, he's getting educated on those very things. So I'll go ahead and play the clip here, and we'll get back to it right after.
Come on, let's go to ancient Greece, to the time of Pythagoras, the master egghead of them all.
Pythagoras?
The father of mathematics and music.
Mathematics and music?
Ah, you'll find mathematics in the darndest places. Watch. First, we'll need a string. Stretch it good and tight, plunk it. Now divide in half. Plunk again. You see? It's the same tone, one octave higher. Now divide the next section. And the next. Pythagoras discovered the octave had a ratio of 2 to 1. With simple fractions, he got this. And from this harmony in numbers developed the musical scale of today. As their mathematical discoveries, only members were allowed to attend. They had a secret emblem, the pentagram. It was our old friend Pythagoras who discovered that the pentagram was full of mathemagic. The two shorter lines combined exactly equal the third. And this line shows the magic proportions of the famous golden section. The second and third lines exactly equal the fourth. Once again, we have the golden section. But this is only the beginning. Hidden within the pentagram is a secret for creating a golden rectangle, which the Greeks admired for its beautiful proportions and magic qualities. The star contains the golden rectangle many times over. It's a most remarkable shape. It can mathematically reproduce itself indefinitely. All these rectangles have exactly the same proportions. This figure also contains a magic spiral that repeats the proportions of the golden section into infinity. To the Greeks, the golden rectangle represented a mathematical law of beauty. We find it in classical architecture. The Parthenon, perhaps one of the most famous of early Greek buildings, contains many golden rectangles. These same golden proportions are also found in their sculpture. In the centuries that followed, the golden rectangle dominated the idea of beauty in architecture throughout the Western world. The Cathedral of Notre Dame is an outstanding example. The Renaissance painters knew this secret well. Today, the golden rectangle is very much a part of our modern world. Modern painters have rediscovered the magic of these proportions. Indeed, this ideal proportion is to be found in life itself.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is not
Alright, so what was important to notice there is that the Freemasons, these secret societies that I'm talking about, they have this higher wisdom, this ancient knowledge and understanding of mathematics, and that is why he said specifically that his path is all math. So again, another reference to Freemasonry, essentially. Now, the next thing that he talks about here is big contracts. Big contractors build pyramids, period, we masters, okay? And what he means there is big contracts is when you sell out, when you join these secret societies and you become a Freemason and you take the oath, you get big contracts. First of all, you get a big record deal. That's the first big contract that you're going to get. So that's why he says big contracts. And there's even more proof when you just look at Jay-Z, all right? This guy is such a sellout that at this point now he's got a seat on the UN. He's got his own basketball team, or he's part owner of a basketball team. He's got his clothing company, his record company. He's got a lot of stuff out there, all right? So basically, these are all gifts from white corporate Illuminati America for his selling out. All right, so that is why in the song he says specifically big contracts. Okay, and then he says big contracts build, or big contractors build pyramids. Okay, so the big contractors, those who are at the top, they build pyramids. So again, saying that the big contractors, those who can give you the contracts, are at they build pyramids. So again, a Masonic Illuminati reference, essentially, to the elite. And then he goes on to say, period, we masters. Now, why does he say the word master? Specifically, the word master is used there because that's another association of Freemasons. In Freemasonry, you have what's called the worshipful master, and here you have him on your screen. So there's the name associated, master, okay? So that's what he's saying. We're 33rd degree Freemason master Masons, okay? So that's why he's using these words in there: masters, pyramid, contracts, you know, secret codes, symbols, math, ancient wisdom. Okay, he's speaking encrypted code. He just said in the song, we speak encrypted code. Okay, so are you picking up the code? I am deciphering this for you. Okay, this entire video is cracking the cryptic code and deciphering the hidden message that is found. Okay, and that's what these Masons do. That's what these secret societies do the best, is send out these secret messages. Just like he said, we the lost symbols, we speak in cryptic code. All right, so are you seeing this language? Are you seeing this hidden communication that's hidden in plain sight? But it's hidden because you don't see it. Okay, and in fact, the fact that it's in front of your eyes and it's hidden there makes it more powerful. All right, and you don't even see it. So now the last thing that I want to analyze is the final lyrics in the chorus. It says, "I go to the grave before I be inappropriate word and appropriate word." So what essentially he's saying there is, I'll go to the grave, okay? And why would he say that? Because in Freemasonry, you take an oath to do just that. You'll go to the grave if you speak out, okay?
With the rapper Rick Ross affiliating himself with so many different organizations, not everybody is convinced that Rick Ross is a gangster or a drug kingpin like the real Rick Ross, or even a Freemason or a member of the elite secret society known as the Illuminati. In fact, Rick Ross may just be a satanic ex-correction officer who got lucky and made it as a rapper. Here's what YouTuber Mark Dice has to say about it.
William Roberts, the demonic dirtbag, best known for stealing the identity of Rick Ross, the former cocaine dealer, and then using his name and likeness to jumpstart a multi-million-dollar rap career, has been dropped from one of his major sponsors, Reebok, after this crackhead con man actually bragged in a line in one of his songs, really a guest spot on another rapper's song, about drugging a woman and then raping her. And so, understandably so, some women's groups finally took to the streets and started protesting Reebok, and then they dropped him as a sponsor. I can't even believe that they would even sponsor such a clown. So I guess Reebok, they're not okay with him bragging about, raping women and drugging them, but they're okay with him bragging about being a drug dealer, a coke dealer, and killing people and being an Illuminati poser, I guess. This dirtbag was forced to apologize. At first he said that people were just misinterpreting the lyrics. Just misinterpreting them when he said on the song U-O-E-N-O, it was from another Illuminati wannabe, or a rhyming rat. He said, "Put Molly up in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it." Molly is a slang term for an extract, essentially just like a pharmaceutical pure grade of ecstasy. So he's bragging about slipping a girl ecstasy and then taking her home and, just date raping her. And so he finally has apologized. Still, you better apologize for being a demonic dirtbag, Rick Ross. Better apologize for stealing the name, identity, the complete likeness of a real former reformed coke dealer. You see, Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, not William Roberts, this guy, has gotten out of prison. He was the most notorious cocaine dealer in history. His cocaine connection was a CIA asset. And this man is largely responsible for the coke boom in the 1980s and the crack boom. And so he's gotten out of prison, and he's completely reformed. He's giving lectures at schools, urging kids not to use drugs, warning about the dangers of drugs. And then this dirtbag, this Shamu-looking fool, has stole his name and likeness and identity, and like I said, turned in a rap career, proposing literally to be him, and pretending that he's a drug-dealing, gun-running thug. So he finally said, "Most recently my choice of words was not only offensive, it does not reflect my true heart. And for this I apologize." The Miami rapper also apologized to fans, to women who have felt the sting of abuse, and to young men for setting a regrettable example. Well, you're still setting a terrible example, you pig-headed poser, this Illuminati wannabe. Just disgusting. Rick Ross, of course, if you don't know, is a former corrections officer. So the guy used to work in a prison as a corrections officer, and then, just thought that Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, was going to stay in prison forever, so he just, stole his name identity, grew a beard, and started rapping, pretending to be him. And the millions of mainstream music listening morons out there, the MTV generation, they just believe him, and they like him. They think he's fun and cool. And, of course, he's posed as a Freemason. He's posed as an Illuminati-connected affiliate gangsta. Here he is in one of his videos, sitting on a Baphomet throne. I did a really in-depth, high-quality production exposing Rick Ross. Just search for Mark Dice Rick Ross, or search the playlist on my YouTube channel, and you'll see some higher quality productions. And I got some new ones in the works coming out this week as well. Because he's posed as is posing as a gangster, he has had real gangsters, the Gangster Disciples, a hardcore street gang, basically threaten him. They've been posting videos on YouTube, this is a few months ago, saying that they're going to kill him. And so he did cancel his concert. He just canceled his tour. Not only a concert, he canceled the whole tour. And then somebody did a drive-by shooting and shot up his Rolls Royce and caused him to crash. So, it's kind of reaping what you sow there. Pig Ross, Officer Ricky, William Roberts. What an absolute crack-smoking con man. This beer-belly buffoon. I mean, absolutely disgusting.
Rick Ross is a gangster rapper.
Oh, he is? Oh, there he is. I could see it. Yes.
He claims to be a gangster rapper. But the funny thing is, his past has shown that he used to be a corrections officer in Florida.
How dare he?
There he is.
William
Roberts.
Oh, actually, that picture's funny, dude. I was going to say, I mean, what's the big deal? He was on the side of the law. I mean, now that's a bad thing? But then you look at that picture and you're like, dude, I don't know, do something with a belt. I don't know, something.
Now this photo.
Oh, come on. Now he's playing like this,
It's so funny because he wants to keep that out of the media.
Really?
And, yes.
Yeah, I wonder
he's
why.
actually denying that he was a corrections officer. Another rapper actually called him out on it. JR, help me out here. What was the rapper's name?
Trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy outed him.
He went on, and when it first came out, he denied it up and down, which we're going to show a video of real fast, in several different ways. He's talking about how haters are trying to bring him down because he's on top of the game. He denies it up and down. He's like, you'd think they'd have some dates and some specific information if this was true. So he went on, and then so the Smoking Gun came out with dates. His social security number matched his social security number. He worked for this correctional facility in Florida for 18 months when he was like 19, 20, whatever, how old he was when he was done. And his salary, everything. I mean, everything.
Ask and ye shall receive.
He's still denying it.
Trick Daddy recently accused you of working as a prison guard at one point, Rick. Is there any truth to that?
No, that's not true. But that's disappointing to hear that he said that. He said that?
That's what the question said, yeah.
That's crazy. It's not true, man, but, dog was sucker and he mad that, I done came out of nowhere and just, took over the streets like that, you know what I mean? So, I'm a sea dog when I see dog, but dog, I don't want no problems, man.
Am I waiting for the BET special? Or can I ask right now, was Rick Ross in his lifetime a corrections officer?
Rick Ross done did it all to get money. I done did it all except set dudes up, put dudes behind bars, and that's what's important to me. And whenever I read a blog or if I came to radio stations, that me being a CEO never been a pressure question for me. Because if I could go back to the hood and sell 50 of them things, I could go sell 50 CDs. So that ain't no pressure at all. So I just wanted to put it in perspective, respect my homies that's involved, you understand? And when certain things come up, Ross don't address that.
Although it may seem that Mark Dice is joking when he calls Rick Ross a satanic scumbag, he may not be far from the truth. A former model by the name of Nikki claims that Rick Ross tried to have her chant 666. Although she didn't do it, she said everybody else, including Ross, chanted 666.
There's people that they may seem nice and they care on the outside, but deep down they have a different agenda. And when I was on the Sean Garrett and Rick Ross music video for 6 in the morning, the director said for everybody to throw up in the mistakes. and for us to all say, you know, come on, 666. Like, he was making like fun. Like, if I wouldn't have known what it really meant, it just would have went right over my head like it did most people
Wait a
that were
second.
there.
So wait a second. Say that again. What happened here?
He basically, everybody there was chanting 666. This guy is telling us to all say 666, and I'm like, nobody finds that strange. Not even, do people even know what this means? Like,
Right.
I'm looking around, I guess it just went way over people's heads. If you don't know what that means, of course you're going to start chanting it.
Wow.
That was the last, that was it. I was like,
Wow. So everybody's just on the set chanting 666. So you got Rick Ross there, all these guys, and they're chanting 666.
he's telling us to say 666 repeatedly, throw up the number 6. And yeah, he's not saying it like he has horns and a pitchfork. He's not saying it like that, but he's coming out as a nice guy. And people there are all nice looking, and everybody is so, you know, supposed to be good. But I mean, we're chanting 666 and nobody finds that strange.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah.
So that basically opened your eyes up.
Rick Ross has never claimed to be a Satanist, but he has admitted that he has done voodoo rituals in Florida since he was very young.
Have you ever had encounters with the supernatural, like a supernatural experience?
I'm from Miami. I'm from where Haitians do voodoo. I'm from where, when you talk about spirits, I grew up around that. My neighbor next door to me, the 4th of July, 3 days before the 4th, they always went and bought a $40 goat. All us will grab a leg. They finna chop the head off, drain the blood.
Reports claim that Rick Ross is a Christian. Even his Wikipedia page straight up says that Rick Ross is a Christian, but I was unable to locate any piece of media that backed up this claim. Some people assume he's a Christian because in the interview, Rick Ross is quoted saying, "I had told myself at one point, no matter what I go through, I never question God." In addition, Ross indicated that he prays every time he goes on stage to perform. But this clearly doesn't mean that he's a Christian. His God could be Satan for all we know. Scripture says that we shall know them by their fruits. Just like preachers, a lot of trees may look alike from a distance, but a close inspection of the fruit hidden among the branches will reveal their differences. Fruit is the natural product of a species which provides unmistakable identification. If an alleged man of God is truly rooted in fellowship with Christ, he will obviously bear Christ-like fruit, not corrupt immoral qualities. In Paul's epistle to the church of Galatia, he gave a description of the kind of spiritual fruit that should be a natural product in every believer whose life is in harmony with Christ, and contrasted this with the bad fruit of the works of the flesh.
By their fruits ye shall know them. Do men gather a bunch of grapes from thorns, or from thistles figs? From Matthew 7:16, Darby English Bible.
So who is William Roberts? A corrections officer, rapper, gangster, drug kingpin, Freemason, Illuminati, devil worshiper? You decide. Comment below and let me know what you think. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to Up TV. Hit that bell to ensure that you get notifications whenever a new video is uploaded. As always, thank you for watching. My name is Devin Worlds, and this was Deeper Than Rap.
We're gonna get up out of here, man. We had a good special episode today.
Hold on,
you know
now,
what I'm saying?
before we go, it's only right for everybody watching. Let's take them to another level.
Let's take it.
I want you to put voodoo on everybody watching. And bitch, if you watching and you don't want no voodoo, run from it, ho. But you can't run. Put the voodoo on them. Chief,
What's up?
Thank you for watching Up TV. If you like this video and would love to see more, check out these great videos here, and don't forget to subscribe to Up TV and Up TV 2 for even more great videos.